Greetings, folks. This is Jonathan Higgins from One Source SEO LLC. And in this video here, I'm going to show you how you can increase your rankings in the Google Map results. So, as we explained in another video, in order to have a Maps listing, you have to have a Google My Business page. If you don't have a Google My Business page profile set up yet for your business, you need to do that first before this will happen. So let's take a look. What I'm going to show you here is, let's imagine that you have a Google My Business page, but you're still not ranking in Maps, or you're kind of buried beneath several other results. What can you do to boost your rankings? So in this step-by-step video, I'm going to show you what you can do. So here goes. I'm going to do a quick search. Let's do plumber, Manchester, New Hampshire. And we'll see we have the ad results at the top, and then right below that are the map results. And then below that, of course, is what we call the organic results. Okay, but what we're concerned about here are the map results. And if you click on more places, it'll list more results. So let's imagine you're a plumber and you're way down here. Let's say you're, Bago and Son. Okay, so you're kind of buried way down here. People are searching for you on Google, and no one is finding you because you're not in the top 3. So how do we get you in the top 3? Well, here's basically how it works. Google determines which local businesses appear in the top of these map results rankings based on a couple of factors. Factor 1 is going to be what is called citations. So basically, the more citations a business has, the greater the likelihood that they are going to appear in this top 3 that we call the snack pack here. What's a citation? A citation is a mention of your business on a local directory site, such as Yelp or Manta or Yellow Pages or Foursquare, right? Or maybe some local establishment, organization in your town, like the local newspaper or the Chamber of Commerce or something like that. Basically, the more of these kinds of sites that have your business listing pointing back to your website or referring to your website, the greater the likelihood you're going to be appearing in the top 3 here. And more specifically, you have to have consistency across the name of your business and the address of your business and the phone number of your business. What that means is you can't have this information appearing in a different way across different directory sites. For example, you can't have Jim Trombley Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling on Yelp, but then Trombley Plumbing on Manta, and then Jim Trombley Plumbing and HVAC or what have you on another listing, on Angie's List or whatever. Basically, whatever you have on your Google My Business page is what you need to have appearing verbatim, word for word, on all other directory sites, right down to the phone number. You'll notice the phone number here, there's parentheses around the area code. There's a hyphen between the first 3 digits of the local number and the final 4 digits. You'll notice that some people have area code dot, and then 3 numbers dot, and then the final 4 numbers. Okay, you can't have it appearing this way in Google My Business and then using the dots on Yelp and then all smashed together on Manta and yet a different way in Foursquare. Okay, basically the way that your business appears here, Jim Trombley Plumbing, comma, Heating, ampersand, Cooling, all right, and then area code in parentheses, phone number, hyphen, final 4, and then Finally, the street address. The street address needs to be consistent. So if it's 28 Essex Street, then it's 28 Essex, and either it's street all spelled out, or it's ST with a period, or it's just ST. Whatever it is, pick one, and it's going to remain consistent across all of the directories. If it's not consistent, Google's going to get confused. It's not going to know what to do with your Google My Page business listing, and you're not going to end up in the top 3 here. That's basically what determines your ranking in this Google Snack Pack listing. And so why is Jim Twombly in first place, and Roy Plumbing in second place, and LaChance Plumbing in third place? It's going to be a combination of how consistent their name of business, address, and phone number is across the different directories, and then the number of directories or citations they have. So, maybe Jim Twombly here has 20 citations, and they're all completely accurate. They're all consistent, right? But Roy has 50 citations at 50 different directory websites, but they're not consistent. He has DE Roy Plumbing Mechanical LLC on Yellow Pages. And then he has Roy Plumbing Mechanical on Manta. And then he's got DE Roy Plumbing Mechanical LLC on his Google My Business page. So it's differing across these different ones. That's going to create a problem. It's going to confuse Google's algorithm, and you're going to end up, being way down here. Okay. For example, if Queen City Plumbing and Heating came to me and said, Mr. Higgins, we want to hire you. We want our website to be the first listing in Google My Business. Well, the first thing I do is I get the name, address, and phone number just as it appears here on Google My Business, and then basically I'd get their login details, and I go to every single citation site beginning with Yellow Pages, and then Yelp, and then Manta, and then Foursquare, and so on and so forth, making corrections, making sure that all of these citations are consistent. And as I did that, you would start seeing Queen City Plumbing rising up in the rankings here slowly. And then if we fixed all of that and they made it up to number 5, all right, now it's just a matter of increasing the number of citations. So let's say Queen City Plumbing only appeared in 30 citations. All right, I would do 50 more. So now they have 80 citations. And once that's done, you'd likely see Queen City Plumbing start to move up here. Now, all of this work is a little time consuming. Business owners don't want to be messing around with this. That's what they hire me for. But if you have time to do it yourself, I'm going to show you how to do it right here. Let's do it. So basically what you do is you have Jim Twombly Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling appearing in the first place here. So what I would do is I'd take the phone number here. I would take Twombly, if I can spell it right, there we go, and Plumbing and Heating, and then the phone number, and I would put it in quotations. What's the last four of the phone number? 0275. 0275. Then I would hit return. And basically what I did is I just took the company name and I took something unique to that company, namely the last 4 digits of their phone number. And then what you'll see here, in addition to their own website, came up in the first spot. All of a sudden, look at that, Yellow Pages. And then we have the Gene SEO Republic. We have Angie's List, Yellow Pages in the USA, more Yellow Pages, Lycos. And basically what I would do, search firm America, and basically I would just go to each page on Google and I would write down all of these websites right here. I'd write down that website, I'd copy and paste, I'd create an Excel spreadsheet, and I copy and paste all of these websites that I'm seeing here, kudzu, right? These are all of the local citation sites that Trombley Plumbing is appearing in. Here's Facebook, Service Center Locator. I just keep going. I'll probably have to spend maybe a half hour, maybe more. All Pages, VPO, Local SF Gate, Yellowbot. I mean, it just goes on. I would just basically keep going, keep going, keep going until I had an Excel spreadsheet full of virtually every website that has a citation for Trombley Plumbing. And once I had that list, here's Yahoo Local. Once I had that list of citations, here's another one, Local Solution. All right. Once I had that spreadsheet with all those citation sites, I would then come to my client. So let's go back. Here we go. All right. Let's say again my client was, who was that down here? Oh, Google doesn't want to show him to me right now. More places, Google. Come on. Well, for some reason, Google doesn't feel like, oh, that's why. Plumbing. Manchester, New Hampshire. There we go. Okay. More places. So my client was going to be, let's say it was Progressive. Let's just say, let's say Bago and Son. Okay. So Bago and Son came to me and they want me to increase their rankings for them. So I would go to the first place folks like I just did. I would find out all the sites that were citing them. I'd make a list of them, and then I would visit each of those sites and create an account for Bago and Son, and I would put, just as it appears here in Google My Business, Bago and Son, Plumbing and Heating, 24 Jane Street, and then the phone number. I'd basically copy and paste this, and I would go to Yellow Pages, Yelp. I go to all those citations that Trombley has, because if I can get the same citation sites pointing back to this Google Plus, or as many citation sites using the same name, address, phone number as what's on the website here that I'm working for, Bago and Son, right? And if I can get them all on the same citation sites as Trombley, then essentially I should basically rise up to where Trombley is. So I should end up in the first 3 of the map pack. So let's say after I did all that work, maybe about a week later, pretty soon you'd see Bago and Son ranking up here. Maybe they'd be in first place and my job would be done. If they're not in first place, then what I would do is start going out and creating citations at other sites that I hadn't done that for yet. And one way I might do that is I'd go to AJ LeBlanc Heating and I'd do that same search that I did, and I'd see if they were, if their company was in other directories that Trombley wasn't. And I'd make a list of those. And then I come here and do the same thing. And now let's say I have a list of 10 or 20 other directory websites. I'd add Bago and Son to those using the exact information. And probably about a week after doing all that work, my client, Bago and Son, would be in the first place, in the #1 spot on these maps. The next job for Bago and Son after that would be to get some reviews, because it's believed that these reviews do play a role. But you'll see AJ has 4.8 rating with 33 reviews, but Trombley has 3.6 with only 15 reviews. So my guess is, why is AJ not in first place? Well, it's because probably Jim Trombley has more citations, and more citations that are consistent across the different directory websites. It would be, I bet AJ LeBlanc Heating Incorporated, their citations are probably a mess, and they may not have as many as Jim Trombley. But with lots of citations, all consistent, and then some reviews, then you're looking good to hold the #1 spot in the Google map listing. So that would be my second one. My second task for Bagel and Son would be to get those reviews done. So there you have it. There is how you rank in the top 3 or in the #1 spot of the Google map results. Thanks for watching.